what happened is that after his removal from office, following a vote of no confidence, his popularity soared. And many, of course, believe that it had much to do with the unpopularity of those who succeeded him, who were under very tight constraints imposed by the International Monetary Fund to get Pakistan's economy back on track, which has, of course, involved great hardship for many in Pakistan with soaring inflation. And that, of course, as I said, has led to the unpopularity of the incumbents and the soaring popularity of Mr. Khan.
Now, the fact that he said in the lead up to this assassination attempt that his life was in danger, what sort of reaction has that garnered there on the ground?
Well, certainly amongst his supporters, this claim is being widely promoted, and Mr. Khan himself, of course, since his ouster, has claimed that there was a conspiracy both to get him to quit office, but also a conspiracy to kill him. And yesterday's attack on him obviously provides plenty of grist for this mill, the claim that there is a conspiracy and a plot to kill him.
Mm-hmm. And one of his senior aides did come out shortly after that shooting and accused the Pakistani government of being directly involved in that attack. That's obviously a very bold claim. What do you make of that?
Well, it's a very bold and a very grave claim. The three he has accused of plotting to kill him are the current Prime Minister, Shahbaz Sharif, the Interior Minister, and a very senior general tied to Pakistan's intelligence services. Just this morning, the government has hit back, saying that Mr. Khan has made unfounded allegations. And just in the last hour or so, a cabinet minister has come forth saying that, in fact, there was a conspiracy within within Mr. Khan's party to actually orchestrate this attack on him in an attempt to further boost his popularity, because they believe that without it, his movement was flagging.
Mm-hmm. Pakistan has a long history of political violence. How divisive would you say the political spectrum is now compared to previous years?
Oh, it's intensely polarized, and in fact, there are many who believed that the lack of national cohesion at the present time is comparable to the kind of situation we saw in 1971, which of course led to the disintegration of the country when its eastern region, East Pakistan, seceded to become what we know as Bangladesh today. So the situation is really very serious indeed.
Now, Khan had been leading his latest protest march to demand snap elections. Is this assassination attempt likely to put more pressure on the government to follow through with that?
Well, there's certainly a great deal of pressure on the government, and this pressure has been building up. The government has indicated that it has no intention of granting Mr. Khan's demands, because it believes that it has an agenda to deliver, an agenda largely dictated, of course, by the International Monetary Fund. It has an economic program to go through. But I think what your listeners need to understand is that the build-up has intensified, of course, in this month of November, because this month is also when the army chief, General Bajwa, is expected to step down and be replaced. And of course, those of your listeners who understand Pakistani politics, they will understand that it is absolutely vital to have the military on board and on side. And Mr. Khan is very, very keen to have some say in the appointment of the next army chief.
Finally, Dr. Shaikh, is this assassination attempt likely to exacerbate the public's loss of faith in their political leaders?
Oh, I think that there has been a significant erosion in trust by the public in its political leaders, and coming as it does in the wake of devastating floods in Pakistan, where more than 1,000 people were killed, $30 billion worth of livestock and materials lost. People just can't understand why and how Pakistan's political leaders are still continuing what many regard as a political game.
It really is a worrying situation, but Dr. Farzana Shaikh, we really appreciate you talking to us about it. Thank you.
Thank you.